Yeah, man, I'm checking in. So I told y'all I was gonna do this battle, DNA versus Young Ill. Chris, unbiased review. Back at you again. This was one of my favorite battles, man. I definitely like both competitors, but I'm gonna be as unbiased as I can. I'm gonna keep it real. That's the only way I can do. So let's get into it, man. You know, I gotta take notes, man. I gotta be able to remember stuff. Round one. Young Ill goes first. He definitely says, like, no, he had a pretty good round. Not overly great, but definitely pretty good. I like the intestines hanging, and we don't know if it's your date of death or date of birth. That was pretty nice. The Saved by the Bell setup was really clever. I like that a lot too. The Charlie clip setup, your verses are like the ugliest girl in the class. They always get overlooked. That was kind of hot. I didn't really like that freestyle at the end. You know, I don't really know what was up with that, so I had to deduct some points off that one. It looked like he was trying to say something, but it went over everybody's head, even probably his own people. DNA, he was all right that round. Just, nothing spectacular. I like the one shot can make two pay. That was a pretty hot line. He has some stuff. The problem is with DNA, he has zero stage presence. Like, he don't know how to really perform in front of the crowd. So he kind of says a bar and then he waits for you to react to it, which people just wasn't reacting to his bars. Not really. He has some bars, but because either they ain't feeling them or it's just the way he come across, he's not a performer. Like, some people can just give you bars, but they don't give you anything else that go with battle rap. In order to be a good battle rapper, you need to be a little bit funny. You need to have good stage presence. You need to be able to have bars, and you need to have aggression. So he kind of have like two: bars and aggression. He don't have no stage presence, and he ain't really funny. So shit like, I'm gonna come press you like a zip file. You know, blood pressure is the only time you held still. Like, those are hot lines, but because he don't have any stage presence, he doesn't really set them up as well as they could be. That shit about, I'ma Twitter my niggas and let everyone know it's 12 something and I'm killing this nigga. Like, you trying to take a verb, who is this nigga, the nigga shit, and kind of put his own spin to it. I'm not really feeling that. All in all, at best, I give Young Ill a slight edge in this battle. Up into the freestyle, that was like Young Ill's only weak point of round one. DNA shit just wasn't coming over, so I'm not really feeling that. So Young Ill round one slightly. Round two, Young Ill's best round. Like, he is like the king of round twos. Like, they need to get you in a round two and it's damn near like over for you as far as I'm concerned. The two choppers shoot for 60 seconds each. I let one pin them down. You from grind time, so you should be used to these 1 minute rounds. Like, that shit hot. The way he flipped DNA's name backwards and made it "and", crazy hot. He shot funny shit like that you need to be a battle rapper. Like, he was dangerous as Luther Vandross with a belly shirt singing "If This World Was Mine." Like, that shit stupid. Even where he says, you know, you hang with Brooklyn niggas, so you can use my nigga Brooklyn hands for protection. Anybody know anything about battle rap? There is a dude named Brooklyn Hands, H-A-N-Z. And that nigga is pretty much one of them niggas that hang with all the little New York cats. Mav Hoffa, Cortez, all them. He a rapper himself. He's not really a battle rapper, but he's a rapper. So he's a big nigga too, kind of like the size of Mav Hoffa. So a lot of people just feel like, I guess he got some thoroughness about him in New York. So that's why he says, and you hang with my nigga, so you can use my nigga Brooklyn Hands for protection. Once again, using Brooklyn Hands as flipping that around. So another kind of hot line if you know a little bit about Brooklyn Hands. The who is this nigga? I don't mind him repeating that shit over and over again. That's kind of his trademark, and a lot of niggas say they own shit, ball game, get him the fuck out of here, zip him up. He kind of a who is this nigga. He gonna give it to you every line. The who is this tooth though? No, I did not like that at all. Moving on to DNA's round. The backwards words, like, I really wasn't feeling that. I mean, I did like what he was saying about Young Ill's battle rap thing, as far as like niggas look at him as like he under Hitman and A Verb, but in my opinion that's not the case. But people look at him like that, so it's kind of funny that he's like third in St. Louis in a lot of people's eyes. So, but saying the words backwards was lame. Once again, it's a clever thought, but it comes over wrong. Like DNA don't set shit up the right way like most niggas. I did kind of like the let me paint this pictures to show you so y'all can really see him illustrate. Like illustrate. Like I kind of like that line a little bit. The Young Ill being gay shit was a kind of alright. Smack, these niggas was fucking each other, like, nah. I mean, like, I know niggas be getting on niggas about how they look and shit, and that shit kind of like gay to me themselves. Like, they say this nigga look like Tevin Campbell, they Big Sean, you know, they say Young Ill look like a lot of different niggas. But the freestyle shit was kind of hot. It went on a little too long. He should have stopped after Murder, Red Rum. He should have ended it right there. So I really wasn't too much feeling that shit. He did start every freestyle with "this dude is acting crazy, this dude is acting crazy, this dude is acting crazy." So I mean, how much of a freestyle was it, and how cool was it? If he was really saying a lot of different shit, but it's like you gave him a word like gay, and you'll say this dude is acting homo, so you know he don't get paid, so in other words he must be gay. Like, nigga, this dude is acting, this dude is acting, this dude is acting. That's how he used every line of the freestyle, which hurt his freestyle in my personal opinion. If he had done it a couple times and start with the Red Rum Murder, which got the biggest reaction, and just ended it there, it would have been cool. But of course, as usual, DNA didn't. So it's pretty much how I saw round two. I get that one. Round two is Ill's illest round, period. So I mean, in my opinion, he definitely took round two. So it's not, there's like clearly no debating to me. That freestyle shit was cool, but it was not enough to carry this nigga around for DNA. So right now, I mean, 2-0 Young Ill. Yeah, man, I'm back. I gotta get into round three real quick. As far as round three is concerned, like, let's start with Ill. First, he looked like he almost messed up on the forward in the text line. Like, he said it twice, but a couple niggas say that every now and then. So I mean, I'm not gonna really hold that against him. I've been working, you've been trouble for who? So smack is only right, I'm the one you should give a W2. That's a nice slip. W2, you do your tax at the end of the year. They give you a double W2 for all the work you put in for the whole year. And also W2, you should give me the win. I kind of like that metaphor a lot. Once again, Ill just has everything to be a good battle rapper. He's aggressive, he's funny, he has mad stage presence, and he has bars. So the flossing shit, yeah, it went on a little too long, but it was clever. You know, I'm not, niggas always say, oh, you do too many tooth jokes, but I mean, sometimes niggas always do that shit against their opponent. With Young Ill, they gonna say he gay. With A Verb, his hair. With just any nigga, DNA, his tooth. Like, everything always, Arsenal, his dreads. Like, they gonna always harp on something about a nigga. The facial features line was kind of hot. But one of my favorite lines of this whole battle was when he was all say, y'all think he telling the truth until I let the shotty blast, and y'all can all see DNA lying, like lying on the ground when he's not available for a polygraph, and you use a polygraph to see if somebody is lying. Like, great name flip. Round three for DNA, basically just a bunch of personal shit about himself, the shit he's been through, just shit that you can use against any rapper. I don't really feel like he really attacked Ill at all. He was just kind of just talking, rambling. I'm cool with you keeping the truth, keeping it real, but at the same time, you gotta be able to, like, really deal with your opponent. And I just felt like he didn't. A lot of shit, like, niggas don't even really pay attention to. And I mean, once again, some niggas just killing surf in the crowd. Like, that nigga's like a punching bag for rappers. But anyway, that's my unbiased opinion, I really feel like Young Ill took this 3-0. There's no way that DNA won this battle. There's no way that DNA won more than a round, if you keeping it real. And I'm gonna tell you one thing about me with battles. Even if it's somebody wins round 1, somebody wins round 2, and then they tie in the 3rd, I don't look at it as a tie. I gotta look at the overall performance and let that be the tiebreaker. Like who might have said the best bars, or who might have said whatever. I don't really go round by round unless it's just easy to do that way. Like this battle to me is 3-0 Young Ill, so it's easy to do this round. DNA has some nice bars, has some shit, but I mean Young Ill just kind of styles on him too much. He got too much charisma about him. And to me, DNA is kind of like Rich Dollars. They got mad bars, but they don't know how to really kill it. They don't really know how to get the crowd on their back. Look at every DNA battle. Like even in New York, the nigga can't even get a crowd over a St. Louis nigga, and that's just bad in my opinion. So Young Ill, moving on, man. I'm gonna do some more battles, man. Keep it going. Unbiased review. Holla at your boy.